Recently, I have really been not doing any of the creative things that I used to do. For example, painting, reading, crocheting, knitting, like you name it, I'm just not doing it anymore. Drawing, kind of the one thing that I still do is like play piano or play guitar, but even that I do less. And I think it's because for so long I had to put them aside or like make them a side hobby that didn't have as much importance because school was the most important thing with the HSC. And also on top of that, art was my go-to creative thing. And then it became a school-related task that I had to complete for the major work. And so it kind of just like lost the reason I turned to it, which was just like a creative outlet. And so I've realized I haven't been doing any of these creative things recently. So yeah, I had this realization and I want to get back into it now because I have so much time and the HSC is over, and yeah, I just have a lot of time on my hands, and so I thought I could make a video of me getting back into all of my creative things, because maybe it'll help to motivate, it'll help to, because I think creative outlets and doing creative things are so good for your mental health and just such a good thing. And I seriously just have not been doing it, especially painting and reading. I used to read and paint so much and I just haven't been. So this video, that's the plan. I want to there's a blanket that I've been crocheting that I want to finish crocheting because it's been in the works for a long time now, and then I want to start another crochet project, and I want to paint something because I haven't in so long. One thing I was actually planning on doing is I want to paint like scenes of my house or my room, because I'm going to be living on campus next year, just so I can it's not like I'm moving out for good, but just to remember it and just to kind of, I think that would be really nice. So maybe I'll do that, and yeah, just start getting back into it. But anyways, today is actually the day of my formal, but I have no appointments. Like, I decided I'm just gonna do it all myself. So I'm painting my nails, I'm doing my makeup, I'm doing my hair, putting my dress on and going to formal. But it's the morning, so we can start our morning right and get some creative things going. I've also realized, that's the other thing I realized, I was editing the last video and I just don't look at the camera ever. I don't look at the camera. I didn't realize that the camera was there. It's still weird looking at the camera, but anyways, okay, well, also another thing is I changed the layout of my room again because I felt really discombobulated in the other one. So let me show you. I kept that wall all the same, but I moved my bed from this corner back to the window. So she's at the window now, which is where I like it, because I like sleeping under the window. And then I've just got a chair here. Hello. So I was gonna crochet this blanket, this lovely little blanket that I've been working on for a while now. That is almost the size I want it to be, because I just want it to be like a little throw blanket. But I've lost my crochet hook and I spent a good while looking for it and I can't find it. So this project will have to be put on hold until I can find a crochet hook somewhere. But I said that I'm holding myself to this, so instead of crocheting, we're drawing. I also thought I would talk about the importance of creativity for me. I think that because I think it's very underrated. I think like doing things that don't involve technology and that involve creative or intuitive parts of your brain are very good for your mental health. And I also think that it encourages alone time or just being comfortable by yourself, because a lot of the time when you do creative things, you're by yourself and you're spending time by yourself. And I think that's very, very important and something that people don't do enough in our society. It's obviously you need people and you need to hang out with people because humans are social creatures, but I think being comfortable alone is very, very important. And it's also something that I haven't been doing recently because I've been hanging out with people and doing things a lot, and I've kind of just lost my alone time. So that's, for me, creativity and alone time kind of go hand in hand. Anyway, this is how my drawing has progressed. I'm doing my window and bed scene, and I'm enjoying it a lot actually, because I seriously have not drawn in the longest time, so that's good. I don't really have much to say at the moment. It's Thursday, 16th of December, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel pretty shit. I feel pretty not good, and I don't really know why. I have this really silly problem in my room. This is such a tangent, but because I have so many plants, I get heaps of little black flies. I think they're called midges. Let me see if I can capture one for the camera. Oh, I killed it, but they're everywhere. They're quite annoying. Anyways, that's my tangent over. Like I said at the start of this video, have not been doing any of the things I used to do, and I think it's really getting to me. But at the same time as I'm not doing the creative things I used to do, I'm also just like not living how I want to, and it's my own fault. It's my own thing to change and to fix. It's just simple things like spending too much time on my phone or not getting outside enough. It's little things, but they just have a big impact overall. Also just like, I felt like a stranger in my own head. I know that sounds weird, but it's just like, I've just felt disconnected from myself. And the thing is I know how to fix that, or at least I used to, but I don't know whether I don't think I've been putting in the effort to fix it, or whether I can find the effort, and that sucks. It sucks, but that's what I'm gonna try to do, find the effort. So I guess these next weeks, because I'm out of school and I have nothing to do now, like literally nothing, it's kind of like I could go one of two ways, and I could either fall into some really bad habits of just like wasting away each day, you know, just like watching movies and, you know, or I could prioritize living the way I want to, which is present in myself and in my life, and spending time in nature and eating good food and exercising when I want to, and I feel really aimless, and I don't know how to fix that. Maybe it's not something to be fixed. Maybe it's just good that I can understand that I feel that way. I think I'm gonna go on a walk, because getting out in nature always helps me feel better. Even though it's the last thing I want to do. I just feel like lying in my bed but I know that going on a walk will help me feel better. Getting out in nature will clear my mind a little bit. I made it. I do actually feel better already. As soon as I started walking, I felt better. I could still see my house and I was like already feeling better. So I'm just gonna sit up here and journal, because I brought my journal. Try and get some of the thoughts that I've been feeling to make sense. I actually realized what I was feeling kind of on the way up here. I was kind of processing what it was that I was feeling and why. And it's kind of just like, for the past 2 weeks, or just for a long time now actually, I've been feeling as though I've been just on autopilot. Like I'm doing everything and I'm doing it all, but I'm not actually processing that I'm doing it. I'm not actually present in anything I'm doing. So then at the end of the day, I just feel so unaccomplished, and I just feel really, really bad at the end of, like, just really shitty in myself. Because even if that day I've done a lot of nice things, I wasn't actually processing what I was doing. It's just like, I feel like I'm a zombie going through everything. But I'm glad that I've figured that out, because now it's just about learning to control my mind a bit more. As in, it's so easy to when you're doing something to just be thinking about something else. Like I'll be at the beach, like having a lovely time swimming, and I should just be enjoying like how beautiful it is, but I'll be thinking about what I have to do next, or I'll be thinking about just silly things. Like it's like I just need to teach my brain to sit still sometimes. It's like I'll be doing something and my brain and my actual mind is just a million miles away, and it just leaves me feeling so like lost and just a bit like discombobulated. It's a silly word, but it's a good word. Just dazed, because it's almost like disassociation, I guess. Yeah. I always need to remind myself that you're gonna have bad days. It's just good to look out when the bad days turn into bad weeks and turn into bad months, because then there starts to be a bit of a problem. But a bad day it's not always bad, because it reminds you how good the good days are. And without bad, there's no good. Anyways. Bought a book today. It's a pretty popular one that I've heard only good things about. So hopefully it's this one, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Hopefully it's really good. However, I am a tiny bit skeptical, because twice now I've bought or borrowed books that everyone said was really good and was supposed to be really, really good books, and I haven't thought that they were that good. So hopefully this is different. It has a new book smell.
Always on a high, you were always on my mind, dear Wichita. The tales we were told would never grow old, dear Wichita. We were down by the river all through the night, watching the stars and the city lights. Right from the start, said we never grow apart, dear Wichita. You wanted me to know, never ever let you go, dear Wichita. Surrounded by colors, it's such a sight. Watch watching all the lovers fall into